Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So first of all, I want to apologize that I haven't uploaded any Life is Strange Fury videos. I've just been really busy in that, but I'm free now, so after this video is uploaded, I'm actually going to be playing a walkthrough of Gears of War 2. Then I'm going to upload that to YouTube. Then I'm going to make another Fury video. Then after that, I'm going to be playing Sea of Solitude. I'll have a longer second part walkthrough. So anyways, in this video I want to talk about like the High Seas band and why are they here in, Santa Monica? I believe that's yeah, pretty sure it's Santa Monica where Max, Chloe and Rachel are. Now, in case any of you need a refresher, the band consists of four members, two girls and two guys, Tammy, Pixie, Dwight, and Dex. Now, I'm not sure if it's Tammy or Pixie, but one of them is in charge of the band, like the leader. I don't know who it is, but basically, yeah, I don't know which one's in charge. It might be Pixie. I'm pretty sure it is, but it might be Tammy. Anyways, we meet them in issue 1, and Max and Chloe have become really good friends with them. And I'm getting tongue tied here. Sorry. And we find out that Max has been taking photos with them and hanging out with them. Same as Chloe as well, but Chloe's been not taking. Sorry, she's been helping with the artwork to help promote the band and just like mainly doing artwork for the banner and that. So anyways, after issue 4, when Max fixes up the timeline and she heads off to this to the transit and goes to the new timeline that has Chloe and Rachel in it. In issue 5, which is in 2016, which is 2 years later, she sees Chloe on top of the garage shed, I believe it is, at her workplace, and she's basically just up there and she's singing a song from the high seas. And for those of you who don't know, in this timeline, Max and Chloe never met the high seas band, and that's why it's odd to hear her singing because she never met them. And a lot of people have speculated, she's starting to get her memories back, like her memories from the old timeline are crossing over, and that is possible. That could be happening because there are a lot of weird instances, like even issue 6 mentions this, and I'll cover that later. So anyways, when we get up there, and Max is like, Chloe, you know the high seas? And she's like, what's the high seas? And Chloe just gives Max a look like, the high seas, who are they? And Max is going on to explain, they're a band. It's like, I heard of them when I was in Seattle, because Max and Chloe, they head back off to Seattle. That's where they're living now in the first arc of Life is Strange, Dust. So they're living there, and and she goes on to explain that they're not really a radio band per se. They're just like a small one. You know, those small time bands where you just play in like bars or little cafes like that. Anyway, moving on. So, Chloe invites Max into the garage, and she's like, "I want to show you something." And she's made actually an artwork commission, and she's like, "I've got a commission for this artwork. I've actually sold it to a person, so I'm a real artist." And this person, who she sold it to, well, persons, was the High Seas band, which is, I gotta say, it's pretty interesting because Max created this new timeline, yet stuff from her timeline is crossing over. Like, Chloe even goes as far as to name the artwork the Storm. And as we know, it was a storm that wiped out Arcadia Bay, and we can see like I can see by the end of what do you call it, issue 8, that Chloe's memories are going to come back to her, like just like one big slap to the face. Because I mean, come on, like it's all leading up to this essentially. Now, I actually did receive a comment from someone oh god, this was a while ago. Someone believes that the band is going to start playing, and when that happens, Chloe's going to get all her memories back instantly. And I can see that happening because they used to party with the band, so it's like not unnatural. Like it's not impossible. That could happen because there have been many forms of I've seen a few shows like where people had amnesia and they can get it back with certain like sounds or certain tastes of food and that basically, or certain phrases being said. Now, when we move on, we see in this image you're seeing, uh, we got Paul, Rachel, Chloe, and Max, and they're sitting and they're talking about the commission, the person that Chloe sold her artwork to. Now, Paul says their talk about the commission will be quick because the band has a long journey and all. So where exactly are they headed? And this raises an interesting theory. If the band is in this universe, I mean in this timeline, in Life is Strange 2, could Sean and Daniel end up meeting them? Or if not meeting them, just hear one of the band songs on a radio or something? Or read about it in a magazine, or hear someone mention it, or if you're searching the internet, you could find out about the band. It's possible. I mean, because the whole universe of Life is Strange, like, well, this comic is just one of many timelines. It's not technically canon. It's not a canon story of what happens when you sacrifice Arcadia Bay, but I could see it happening. I could see the High Seas band making a brief cameo, even if it's just in a newsletter or something. That'd be pretty cool. But I guess some of it, well, also if because at the beginning we get to choose, did you sacrifice Arcadia Bay? Yes or no? And that'd be interesting to see like the band in the paper because that way we'd know that it's not just they're still a band even if Max and Chloe didn't meet them because obviously they'd still be a band. Anyway, moving on. So Max is like asking about the band and it's like about the cousins like where are they based normally and Paul's like the other side of the freaking world and in the next show and I totally called this. I want to call this out 100%. I totally called this out. Now, basically, we don't really have much information, but I do want to go over another theory within this video of what I believe will happen. So I think around issue 8, the last issue, the band there, they're going to play a song for Max and well, not for Max and Chloe, but just at the cafe, or maybe they get a gig somewhere in town before they head off because they could use the money in that and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we want to invite you there." It's like, "Come to this place where we're playing," and so they all do that. Rachel, Max, Paul, Chloe, they all go down there and they all see the band, and it's like they start playing the song, and then this way Chloe could get her memories back that way by remembering, because I gotta say, like this timeline that Max created, I think, even though she created it for Chloe, I think some part of her subconsciousness created it for herself as well, it because we got Chloe who's slowly like she's not gaining her memories back, but she's remembering and saying stuff that she shouldn't be saying from the original timeline, and the fact that Santa Monica place that's way, far, far away from Arcadia Bay, happens to have the cousin of one of the High C band members. See, that can't be a coincidence. I believe that Max wanted Chloe to be happy, but she also wanted to be with her again in a way. So her subconscious must, while her conscious mind wanted Chloe to be happy, her subconscious part wanted to be selfish and wanted Chloe to herself and wanted to keep everything the same. So she basically also created this. And that begs the question, what else will we see in this? Like, what about the Prescotts, for example? We don't even know what's happened to Nathan or, like, Jefferson for that matter. It's never said. Does Jefferson still have a dark room and abducting girls to take photos of him? Is Nathan, like, because we all know, like, Nathan was Jefferson's apprentice, and after he killed Rachel Amber by accidentally overdosing her, Jefferson saw him as a liability, and that's why he killed him in the end. But without Rachel there to be dead, without Rachel there for Nathan to overdose and kill, who's to say that um, this is still a thing? Maybe Nathan is still an apprentice. Maybe Jefferson's moved to a different art school and is doing the same thing to other girls. We don't know because this hasn't been established, but I, for one, would love to know what has happened to Jefferson and Nathan Prescott in this timeline, because I hope they're in jail or dead, because I don't know what the hell's happened, okay? I really need to get some closure here. I want to know what happened at Arcadia Bay and that. Are the Prescotts still in control or not? Is the Vortex Club still a thing? Like, did Kate Marsh kill herself, maybe? Because, as we all know, she tried to kill herself after that video at the Vortex Club got released, so maybe she's dead, maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, that's really, like, all I want to talk about in this video. That's what we know, the High Seas band, they're heading off somewhere, and they're making a quick pit stop in Santa Monica, and the band is staying near or with Paul. So that's all we know about that. It's not too much. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.